everyone. Before we begin, let me introduce myself briefly. I am Solihatun Hasana and I am student College of English Education of 3A. On today's occasion, I'm going to be discussing about how to speak English fluency for non-native speakers. First of all, I'll explain why learn and speak English is important for non-native speakers. And then I'll give some tips to all of you how we can speak English fluency. And then finally, you can learn it by yourself. Did you know the most popular language to be studying around the world is English? But just a little people aware how the important is it, especially in our country. English as an international language allows you to actually broaden your work. From a job opportunity to relate to people from every country. Education is very important to our life, but learning English also improve the quality of life. How long have you been studying English? Do you find that sometimes even though you study hard, but you can speak fluency? You learn a lot of grammar and vocabulary, but you find it difficult when you make a sentence when you speak. In this today, we are going to talk about fluency and what you can do change this situation and improve your English fluency. Part 1. Rule number 1. Get out there and speak. There are many things you can do to improve your English fluency. However, if you want to become more fluent, there really one thing you have to do. You must get out there and speak. Talk to people and have conversation regularly. And speaking English is a practical skill. You need to practice regularly to make any progress. How regularly? As often as you can. So how we can you do this? Go to classes, talk to experts in your city, join a group or activities with English speakers, find a conversation partner or do a language exchange, and there are many possibilities. I'm going to take a guess here about what many of you are thinking right now. But I don't have people to talk to, but I'm shy. But it's typical for me. Let's talk about it quickly. But you get used to pressure. Speaking a foreign language is hard. Situation which would be easy in your language can be feel difficult in another language. But unless you live in a foreign language or the holiday place, which is there are many tourists in your country. For example, I am Indonesian, and when I visited Bali or Borobudur or anywhere, I try to communicate with the other foreign tourists in English. I got nervous, but I tried. You must try to motivate to go out and speak more, practice more. To do that, you have to accept that it will feel difficult, uncomfortable, and intimidating a lot of time. 3. Speed reading. Find the text in English. It can be something from a textbook, from a newspaper, from a blog or anywhere. The text should be fairly easy for you. Don't choose too hard or too easy level. Sit down with the timer. Read the text aloud. Time yourself and now read it again. Try to beat your previous time. Keep going like this and see how fast you can read the text. This way, our practicing is really useful because you can do it almost everywhere, and you can do also as much as little as you have time for. Part 4. Using song. Find the song in English, choose something which is you like, and play the song and read the lyric. Sings. It really help with your basic fluency. Part 5. Learn language in charm. Here's question. How do you learn vocabulary? Long ago, I'm learning vocabulary often looks like this. Write down translate them and then I try to memorize it. But it's not working well due to with a fluency. First of all, you're learning each word individually. But when you speak in English, you don't need to word individually. You need phrases and sentences. Secondly, if you do this, you're not to speak English. You're trying to learn to translate your language into English in your head. If you don't know the translation of word, you get stuck. You feel bad, and then finally you stop speaking. You need to break this habit if you want to speak fluently. First of all, this way of thinking and speaking is always slow. It will be slow because you are trying to do too many things in at once. You're trying to think and remember things in two languages. It's difficult for everybody. So what can you do? Learning a language in phrases and sentences. Example, imagine that someone asks you, "What are you doing in this weekend?" And look at three answers. I'm going to see some of friends. I'm thinking of going for a bike ride, and I might do some odd jobs around the house. Now make your own sentence. I'm going to blah 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 blah. I'm thinking of going for blah 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 blah. I might do some blah 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 blah. If you remember in big species, you only have to remember two things. I'm going to and then some of friends, and then I'm going to have dinner with my family. Make it easy to respond to questions like this question. Now practice and remember the sentences and the phrases. This is a most natural way to learn vocabulary. Okay, finally that's the end of our lesson. I hope you learned something about spoken fluency and how you can improve your fluency in English. Thanks for watching and see you.